Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we're back here on Offroad Outlaws once again, as you guys can see here. Now for today's Offroad Outlaws video guys, I'm bringing you guys another truck build. And today's truck build is going to be a little bit similar to this vehicle right here. Now in one of my most recent videos, I did do a full build video on this truck right here. And in that video, I referenced this truck as a 1977 Ford F250. Now in today's video, I'm going to be building a truck very similar to this one. However, with this build is going to be a 1971 Ford F250 HIGHBOY Sport Custom swapped with a 428 Super Cobra Jet motor. Now the vehicle I'm going to be building today is actually based off of a truck that my father owns in real life. Here's a picture of it up on the screen. And under the hood of that truck, it actually does have a 428 Super Cobra Jet motor in it that was swapped into it, I believe, a little bit after he bought it. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the build. So let's head down into the dealership here, scroll over just a little bit until we find it, and I believe it's right. Oh, whoops, that's Tesla right here. Alright, 20 grand later, I actually bought it in rose gold. Didn't mean to do that, so go ahead and go into customize here. Now the truck itself, I'm going to put a picture of it up on the screen, another picture of it. As you guys can see, it has no window tint. So that's important to keep it as realistic as possible. So let's go ahead and make it white here. It's not even like a dirty white either, you know, it's not that bright either. Like this is pretty bright white. Might need to play it safe with matte, and that's a pretty accurate white for that truck right there. So that is that. Now we can move on into the wheels. Now, sadly, you cannot mismatch your wheels. However, if you could, it would make this build a lot more accurate. Because there was a bad tire on the front right tire here. If you're looking at the truck from the front, this tire right here actually went bad, so we had to throw on a spare. So right now it has a spare wheel and tire on it, but the rest of the three here have nice welds on them. They're all polished up. And for the tires is running boggers currently. And I believe they are 38s. So with that out of the way, let's hop into rims here, go to chrome, try to make this thing as accurate as possible. Now sadly, I do not have a picture of the wheels up close. However, I think these are... they're going to work for right now. They're not that accurate, but they're going to work for now. So far, it's coming along pretty good. Next up is tires. Let's see. I mean, this kind of is the closest thing to boggers currently in the game right now, so we might have to run those. So we might have to just use these for right now. Definitely not these ones. I mean, these are kind of like closer to boggers, but they have way too much tread on them to be realistic. So we're going to go with these ones right here. Alright, and there we are. Next up is going to be body customizations. Our one in real life does have front bumper on it. However, it doesn't have these things on it right here. But just because it has the bumper on it, we're going to keep it just so it's a little bit more realistic. And in real life, our 71 does have a rear bumper as well. Now on our truck in real life, it does have dual pipes coming out, side exit each side, kind of like this. But it doesn't have big tips on it, and they come out about this far, and they're really tiny too. So it'd be kind of like these pipes, but out to the sides to be more realistic. But these are the closest thing to that exhaust setup, so we're going to keep it with these. It doesn't have a gun rack in the back, however, it would be pretty cool if it did have one. But just to keep it more realistic, we're going to take that out. And all our other trucks do have toolboxes in them, however, this one does not. So we're not going to go with toolbox for this build here, just to make it more realistic. Alright, that is it for wheel, tires, and paint and body customization. Now for upgrades, we're going to go ahead and just max out the engine here. It does not have a blower or a turbo on it, so it's going to be losing just a little bit of power. Well, here's the thing. Because this engine swapped with a 428 Super Cobra Jet, I think I'm just going to go with a blower, maxed out blower anyway, just because it was faster than the stock motor that was in it, which I forget what the stock motor was. So we're going to go with that. Now that it is completely maxed out, let's go ahead and try to match the height here. So we're not going to change anything with the suspension type because obviously it's just leafs all around. So let's go ahead and max out our solid type axle suspension, just stock suspension type, as well as max out our wheels and tires. And the truck itself is pretty tall, however the springs have sagged just, well, not just a little bit, quite a lot actually, so we're going to make it a little bit taller than it is in the photo just to match what it did look like stock, because HIGHBOYs did come lifted stock from factory. And we're going to go up to about 60 just because we're going to put some big wheels and tires on it to match the ones that are on it right now. So right about there in its level. If it did have tiny wheels and tires on it, I'm pretty sure it would look similar to this. Or at least back in the day it would. Realistically, it'd go down to about 50 because it's at 60 right now for the suspension tuning. So it'd probably be at 50 to be more realistic right now, but what it would look like from factory is this. So now for wheels and tires, we have 38s on, or 37s on, I believe. So we're going to go with 1.3 here for wheel radius. And for wheel width, I mean, they're pretty big, but they're not that big. So let's play it safe with 1.4. And they're pretty well tucked up under the fenders, but they do stick out just a little bit. Not a whole lot, though, so it really depends on the angle you look at it. But they do stick out a little bit, so let's go like about 0.03. And that is that. So that is it for our 1971 Ford F250 Sport Custom Highboy build swapped to the 428 Super Cobra Jet engine in it. I'd say this thing looks pretty mean. All around pretty cool truck. Let's go ahead and take it for a test drive. Into Woodlands we go. Alright, we are now here. Ride's a little bit stiff. But this thing is pretty fast with the 428 Super Cobra Jet motor in it. Whole lot of fun. Spits a lot of flames. Brakes work pretty bad, but that's okay. This thing is a beaut. Make sure to let me know down below in the comments what you guys did think of today's video. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, as well as let me know what else you guys would like to see me build here on Offroad Outlaws. And with that, that's it for today's video. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already, and make sure to turn on those post notifications to never miss a new daily video from me. And with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to measure you guys day or night. And with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.